make sure that and then motion to approve the minutes from November 13th, 2023, November 15th, 2023. Motion made, second from Matt and John. Discussion or amendments? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I abstain.
That was next, Bob. Any abstentions? That's all. Bob's jumping the gun already. Motion carries. The chair's comments, just a few comments. One, a few people have reached out to me to be liaison to some commissions. If you could please, I'd like to finalize that soon. I know Bobby mentioned the seniors committee you want to be part of, so in CIP. So please, you can text me or just tell me. I want to take care of that, hopefully tonight, or if not, very soon. Okay. I know Katie, you just reached out to me about facilities. So if there's anything particular, I know some people are already on CIP and the police commission. So I just want to do that. Other than that, I want to wish everyone a very happy Hanukkah and a Merry Christmas and a happy and healthy New Year. I want to thank everyone for everything they've done and are doing.
Katie brought chocolate.
Katie brought chocolate. I didn't bring anything. Bob, technically this is your first meeting here. Would you like to say anything, introduce yourself or?
Absolutely. Yes, thank you. I'm very excited to be part of the board. Looking forward to working together and doing great things, and really appreciate the fact of being part of the committee.
Happy to have you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Well,
Welcome.
any finance committee member comments? John, we'll start with you.
I'll just happily announce I just became a granddaddy about 2 hours ago. Second time around. My daughter and her husband just had a baby girl. 7
Fantastic.
pounds, 6 pounds, 7 pounds, 6 ounces, 19 and a half inches. So
Wow.
a little frazzled right now. It's all good. Everybody's good.
Everybody's healthy.
Everybody's healthy.
Oh, gosh, that's
Are they local or
They're in Boston.
Oh, that's not far at all.
exciting.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
His wife's halfway there now.
Matt, you're not gonna top it.
No, just welcome, Bob. It's nice to not be the only new person here, so.
Welcome.
Katie?
Welcome, Bob. So happy to have you here. And I just want to quickly mention, I attended the library, had a Toast of the Town celebration last week that recognized firemen and women from Mad Hose and North Madison Fire Department who were instrumental and courageously fighting the building that caught on fire last February. So that was really a really special event. So I just wanted to mention it publicly here too. And thank them. Nothing.
Bob? Anything else you
Welcome.
want to add? Bob?
Good.
All right. We have our first selectman here, Peggy Lyons. Peggy, would you like to say a few words?
Sure, just real quickly, first of all, congratulations and welcome. And also, just wanted to, I think I had already sent out to you the announcement that we priced our bonds successfully last week, and got some great rates on it. I think we really benefited, our rating being confirmed, and just we're high quality credit. They got snapped up, and we had, I think, 9 bids for one of the issues, 9 or 10.
I think it was 14, I think,
Was
right?
it? Wow, was it 14?
There was a lot, there's 61.
Yeah, that's right, that's right, at the end, that wave came in, so, anyway, so very good, we're excited to see that successful, it was a lot of work by, Stacy's department, whenever you do a bond issue. So thank you for all the work with the finance department, Kristen and everybody that was involved in that, but, good thing is that, we signed a bunch of documents today, and the closing is, on the 21st, I think it is, yeah, so the closing's on the 21st, so, just wanted to update you on that. Also, one other thing is I know there's been a lot, homeowners have received their letters regarding the reval and the reassessments. Know there's a lot of resources online to explain the process. You're welcome to reach out to my office also, if any residents out there, just want to understand what it means relative to their taxes and all that. And I'll be talking a little bit about that in the Board of Selectmen meeting also. So people understand that there's no direct correlation between the two. This is the whole town has been reassessed and seen an overall increase in the grand lease. There's likely to be a reduction in the mill rate as a result of that. And so I'll explain a little bit more about that as we go forward. But we're here to answer questions, and so no one panic. I know a lot of people is a little unnerving, but the good thing is it means our town is thriving. People want to live here. It's a strong destination. We've had a great real estate market, and you've increased the value of one of your major assets. So that's a positive we should see on that too, that people are saying that yes, Madison is a valuable place and your home is worth a lot. So that's a good thing too. So with that, those are my comments.
Thank you. Congratulations on the bond. Thank you, Stacy. Any questions for Select? Katie, go ahead.
Is there a way to get the information, the FAQs on the reval in a more prominent place on the webpage, or to publicize that? There's
Yeah.
so many questions out there and so many misconceptions. I know Guilford did a great campaign ahead of those letters, and
Yeah.
I think it would be super helpful. And I know I kind of dig for it to help answer some questions that came my way. So if there's any way we can get those on the main page or on our page on the Board of Finance page.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we can definitely try to make it more of a prominent, up on the homepage. And I think there is probably some more help. The assessor does what the assessor does, right, because they have their regular stuff, but I think there's some more explanation about what it all means, right, from a taxpayer standpoint and in terms of your tax bill. I think that piece is kind of missing right now. So we're gonna try to put some stuff together.
I think that would be great.
Katie, any other questions for First Select? Okay, we have citizens' comments. Anybody from the public who would like to speak?
I have a hand raised. Yep, I have a hand raised online. Jim Pharisee. I will unmute him if that's okay.
Jim, sure, please.
Thank you. Can you all hear me?
Jim, name and address, please.
Yeah, sure. Jim Ferenci, and we live at 47 Seaview Avenue. Yeah, thank you. I just take a second here. I'd like to flag an important topic as the Board of Finance heads into the town's annual budgeting cycle. As you know, car thefts, car break-ins have plagued our town for the past 3 years, and they unfortunately seem to be getting more frequent and more brazen. There's been a group of concerned citizens that have engaged in an ongoing dialogue with various town officials on this topic during the past 2.5 years, including a meeting we had with selected town officials. Peggy was there, Jean was there back on December 1st. Also on November 30th, we submitted a petition to the First Selectwoman, the Board of Selectmen, and the Board of Finance. And that petition was unique in that it deals with public safety. We believe it is unprecedented in the town's history, and at its heart, it represents a call to action. As the Board of Finance knows, because you received a copy of it, that petition was signed by 277 concerned citizens, and it's got widespread community support from across Madison. A large number of those petition signers were standing by to attend tonight's meeting, but we were informed that the Board of Finance would not really be taking up this issue until its next meeting in January, as the town's annual budgeting process plays out. So we'll be back in January, but in the meantime, I hope you will use your power as elected officials to help make Madison safer. Thanks for listening, and have a happy and safe holiday season.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Thanks for your input, Jim. Anybody else in the public who would like to speak? Second time, anybody from the public who would like to speak? Third and final time. Seeing none, public information says it's now closed. New business. Before I'd like to open the agenda. We have two actual items we need to add to the agenda. So that's why, Austin, you're here. It's discuss and take action to accept the ARPA statewide senior center grant amount of $56,322 for the Cedar Center Kitchen and Cafe Repair Project. And we receive a grant award in the state of Connecticut and Board of Selectmen approval. I'd like to open the agenda to add that, please.
So
I need a second. Second. Motion made by Katie, seconded by Jean. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. We also need to open the agenda to discuss and take action to transfer 46,902 from the CRM Police Department locker room remaining project balance to the senior center kitchen and cafe repairs project pending receipt of grant award, the state of Connecticut Board of Selectmen approval. I need a motion to open that.
So
Please. Second.
Second.
Second motion by Katie, second by Jean, discussion.
So this is because we had money left over from the lockers?
Correct. Nope, discussion. We'll discuss it more as it. Motion made and second, all in favor, this is just added to the agenda, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, abstention, that motion carries. I'm gonna add that before the review of financials, that'll be 13 and 14, the other one will be 14 balance list. Thank you, all right. We need a motion to discuss and take action to approve the special appropriation amount of $455,000, I believe this is a typo, to settle and resolve dispute claims in independent litigation, town of Madison, from the undesignated fund balance, which was approved by the Board of Selectmen on 12/5/2023.
So moved.
And a second, please. Motion made by Katie, second by Jean, discussion.
A question, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, John.
I take it we have non-disclosure agreements with this whole, I guess, action.
Well, anything is
Litigation.
subject to FOIA, right? So, so there is, but we're working within an agreement that we went through with the mediator, and that agreement hasn't been finalized.
If the agreement has not been
We've
finalized.
all agreed to it,
Yeah.
but obviously part of this is we have to improve funding to ensure that we can meet the commitments of the agreement.
So the fund is the last piece of the puzzle
Yeah.
before they would decide.
Right.
And this was negotiated by our attorneys, Kermit's attorneys, yourself, the Board of Selectmen. I don't want to, I know our role is to either approve it or pretty much,
Right.
how we pay for it.
Right.
It's been a setup.
Right. This is a matter that's been ongoing, obviously, for the last
Right.
18 months to 2 years, and it is something that we did this settlement and agreement with Kerma, which covers legal fees and any type of emotional distress. Town is required to cover any type of cost of labor and wage-related settlement. So that's what this is in relation to.
So we think this is going to be the approximate amount to,
It will be, there's a written
This is the
agreement
amount.
that details, this is what we need to
Okay.
do to set up so we have the funding available to meet the town's obligation as part of the settlement agreement.
Matt?
So I just
Excuse me, John, we done?
yeah, I am. Thank you. Thank you.
So I just want to thank you, First Selectwoman, for, for sending over the supplemental information without getting into the details of it, but kind of laying out the balance of everything. So at least for me personally, getting that primary source information was very helpful.
So my only question would be,
Go ahead, Chief.
my only question would be, and I know,
we have
I think I
five
know the
hours?
answer to it. But I know we said the undesignated fund balance, and I did have a conversation prior to the meeting with ARPA funds. Is there any other, there's too many restrictions, is that correct?
Yeah, I would not
Yeah.
apply on ARPA funds.
Oh, I'm thinking the other one. Okay.
I think specifically, you can't use legal funds or pension.
No, you
or-
cannot.
Okay.
Or legal settlement.
Yes.
And I was thinking of the other, so that's fine.
Any other comments or discussions on the, I understand sensitivity, the negotiation, personnel, which we all understand. So for us, it would be to take it from the undesignated fund balance, which was the motion of $455,000. That was already made in motion. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Abstention, that motion carries. Item 8,
For that.
this is something sort of, like you said, it started.
Legal.
Yes. Discuss and take action, enter into a 5-year capital lease agreement with JP Morgan Chase for the purchase of the approved CIP highway equipment replacement schedule and approved police vehicle replacement schedule in the amount of $337,669, approved by the Board of Selectmen on December 5th, 23. In the motion, please. So second.
I'm gonna beat Katie one of these.
Motion made by Katie, seconded by Jean. Discussion.
I watched Board of Selectmen meeting.
Nope, it's good.
I'm good.
Okay, seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstention? Motion carries. Discuss and take action to modify the title and scope of the Communications Reserve Fund. This, let's get, before I start discussion, let's get a motion in a second. A
Second.
motion made by Jean, second by Katie. Discuss, this is basically just to increase the scope of how the funds are used there, correct?
Yeah, just to modify what can be approved within this fund. So we want to change the fund name and the scope to include emergency services equipment. So
It gives you more
there's,
latitude.
exactly, there's some equipment that's shared amongst the different host companies and the police department. So we want to just make sure we capture everything in this one reserve fund. So when we go to CIP, we can classify the equipment in the right fund, if we're out of the right fund. That being said, in the future, we will be coming to you to modify a lot of our capital project fund regulations since we implemented CIP, 7, 8 years ago? Yeah, we want to fine tune all the regulations, but for now, we just kind of want to fix this one, so when we start the CIP process, we're ready to go.
So we don't have to name it now, it's just a modification.
Yep.
Any other discussion?
Do you have the wording? Wasn't there wording?
There is
That's here
an
in the packet.
attachment
Do you want me to read it?
in the packet.
Would you, Katie?
Sure, the current language is, the purpose is to provide funding for telecommunications and connectivity for all departments of public safety. The proposed purpose is to provide funding for emergency services equipment for all departments of public safety, including but not limited to telecommunications, connectivity, and other shared service equipment needs.
So broad and
For everybody.
Makes sense. Any other discussion or comment? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstention? That motion carries. Discuss and take action to set the annual interest rate for the Town Tax Deferral Program. Motion to discuss and to take action to set the annual interest rate.
So moved.
By Katie, second. You know, everybody else can join in. I'm not showing any favoritism there. I know John just recently grandfathered, so he's probably.
He's a little slow.
Yeah. Motion has been made by Katie and seconded by Jean. The annual interest rate for the Town Tax Deferral Program.
Yeah, so the Board of Finance annually has to set this interest rate for the deferral program. In your packet, it pretty much shows what the interest rate was back to 2005. I can say 2013 on, we were at 1% to 1.5%.
Rates have gone up drastically.
They have, yeah, currently, I think we're at stiff at over 4%. Okay, and then we did just issue our bonds and bands at about 3.2, 3.3, so. Not sure where you wanna. No, but it is.
Remember, it's an impact on the person participating
Yeah.
in the program.
What's that? I didn't hear.
I'm saying, obviously, if you raise the rate, it's gonna have an impact on the person participating in the program. There's no need to match the town rate.
So your suggestion is to leave it as it is.
I don't see why we would need to modify it, especially. but
In the last couple of years, have we changed it?
We changed it for this current fiscal year from 1% to 1.5%. So
But normally-
again, rates were higher last year, but still
Right.
kept it at 1.5%.
I do think longer term rates are, I mean, the feds did not raise rates. There's no discussion about starting to lower them again in the next 6 months or year. I'm sure. So, yeah.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, sir.
Historically, what has that rate been? Have we tried to make it more market rate or?
I mean, in the past, going way back,
Yeah.
like I said, 2005, but when we hit like 2013 on, we were at about 1%. So the rates kind of went like that, but to Peggy's point, we try to keep it steady for the people in the program and not,
So
try to
there's
keep it at a low, reasonable rate.
Consistent.
Yeah.
But going back those years when rates were higher, were we somewhere were we at that rate, or it wasn't 1% when this was?
2005.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say that, no.
Yeah.
I mean, back in 2005, we set the rate at 4.25, where the rate's at 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mhm.
But we've tried to keep this rate as low as we could to make it more affordable for the program. From what I.
And this is also, to be honest, one of the programs that we wish more people participated in, right? When we talk about tax relief, we always think the deferral program is really the best program, right? For the town and for the resident, but we still have a low participation, so.
So my comments here would be, and John, I know I know where you're going with this, when rates are higher, this is probably higher, we could easily probably raise it a little bit because it's still a very attractive rate, but in the essence, of helping people that need it,
Right.
the prevailing wisdom was, that it is a workable, but it's a very generous rate compared on where the rates are now, right? So I'm okay with leaving that at the 1.5, but.
And Chair, I would just add to, like, going through what Stacy gave us, I mean, the max amount of applicants or participants was 25 people. So to your point, there's not a lot that are accessing this.
Austin, you want to say something?
Yeah, I echo what Peggy said. I think, we struggle to get people to enroll in this program, even though it's the most beneficial program that we have. And one of the reasons is the lien that's put on the property and the interest rate. Keeping it the same helps that battle that we fight during tax relief season. Increasing it would just cause more stress on the senior homeowner.
Okay, listen, I think the board would be justified considering the rates were a year and a half ago to now, but like I said, I understand the program and I understand the benefits of keeping it 1.5, so that would be my suggestion. Leave it at 1.5. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, abstentions? Motion carries. Committee discuss take action to approve the fiscal 25 budget workshop schedule. Any motion, please?
So moved. Second.
Motion made and seconded, Katie, Jean, there. We went through the schedule last time. Is there any board changes?
I was fine with it.
Oh, yeah, Board of Selectmen has a big issue with their Valentine's Day date.
Right.
Clearly being more exciting.
That's right. I might have to deal with it later.
We're working it out. It's a Hallmark holiday.
Here's the nice part. We have to change it. We can, but
It's a Wednesday night.
I'll probably be at a hockey rink after.
Right.
Well, my Valentine will already be at a town meeting.
There you go.
So you can celebrate together. There you go.
In
Yeah.
different rooms.
All right, so we have a motion second to accept as is. Are we good? Discussion again, there'll be some flexibility if we need to. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, abstention? Motion carries. Discuss take action, approve the 2024 to 28 board liaison assignment. So what I have, I have a list in front of me. So Bob asked for senior services, correct?
Correct.
John, did you ask for the pension?
I did.
Okay, I'm just going on my memory.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
good.
I emailed you, and there was another one too, and right now it escapes me, but yeah, I definitely want to be part of that pension committee.
And we're gonna take care of that pension committee.
Preferably not on a Tuesday or Thursday evening, wherever you need me.
And yeah, that's a, so Gene, you're still gonna stay on. Please, correct? We have Economic Development Commission vacancy. Matt, you interested?
Sounds good.
You don't have to say yes, Matt, but it does help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anybody else want to join here? The library board, where do we end? Are you still there? All right. And we can always have more than one, just in case there's nothing wrong. Youth and Family Services. That's the
Okay, that's
first
okay.
Tuesday, 7 PM. I know, Don, you said that's not good.
I'll
Jane,
do.
anybody want to help there just in
Don't
case?
forget Jude too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just Jude on it?
I don't know,
She
no, I
does
don't
not. I'm
know.
gonna put Jude on it.
Put Jude on
All right.
I'll do it if she.
Beach and Rec,
If you need somebody there.
So,
you got it, John. Make sure I put your last name, because I don't like the wrong John. And ambulance,
Do they have a meeting time?
You know their meeting time?
For Board of
Yeah.
Ed?
No, for
No.
ambulance.
Ambulance.
If it's in the evening, I'll,
I don't, Matt, I don't know,
okay.
but yeah, sometimes they run, they do that, but I'm not sure. Yeah,
And you don't have to go to
Every,
Okay.
It's just more being in contact with the chair for issues, try to go occasionally, you
Yeah.
know.
We still don't have somebody for academy either, and I know they're getting into the nitty gritty of the financials right now. It could be helpful.
Not
And-
ambulance.
okay. And then we have facilities committee, I know Katie, and I'm more than okay with more than one person doing this, just in case someone can't make it. And as Peggy said, you don't have to make every meeting, because, you know, obviously there's something.
I can talk to you with that.
What's that?
I'll go down too, yeah.
Katie and Bob. Let's see, I want to see if I'm missing anything. Beach and Rec.
So
It's John, it's you.
Yeah.
Timing.
Board of Education, we had Katie.
I'm happy to do Board of Ed unless somebody else wants it.
Katie. All right, so the selectmen's meeting was for being Katie. I don't think I made too many meetings. So, okay. Gene volunteer.
Yeah, right.
We got everything covered here? CIP's covered, Justice.
CIP's covered.
Board of Education, we're good. Board of Selectmen, myself and Jean. Pension Committee is John. This is Jean. Economic Development, we had two last time. Matt, you're doing that, correct?
Correct.
Anybody else want to help Matt? Just, I'll put you on there.
That's what you get for not going to meeting.
I know she was driving back or something.
Libraries, me, youth and family,
Youth and Families.
Jude, I think you said, or Jude. Dan and Jude.
I actually want to do the.
That's you, right, that's you.
I'll do it. Yeah.
And ambulance
Ambulance is
association.
Matt,
Depending on-
Matt, there's a problem. And then ad hoc facilities is Katie and Bob. We got all that, we're good?
And then the school building committee's me.
Facilities committee, yes.
No, school, the new school building committee.
We did
I'm
that.
a liaison for that, but there's nobody for academy. That's just not on this list.
Anybody want to be a liaison for CAD? Say it differently, but anyone like to be volunteer?
When
Thank you,
is it?
Bob.
When is it? You don't know when it is?
They meet Monday afternoon at like 5:30,
Haha.
but you can just watch
Need a lot.
their meeting.
Twice a month.
Twice a month,
Thanks, Bob.
Jude might want.
Oh, choose this, they can fight, yeah, they can fight.
We'll be fine.
Okay. That all then?
Yes, that's it.
Need a motion to?
So moved.
That was just-
Yeah, you're
Motion to-
appointing.
Yeah,
You just-
all right. Thanks, Steve. We have item 13 is we have discussed take action to accept the ARPA state by senior center grant amount of $6,322 for the senior center kitchen repair project and state grant or state of Connecticut and Board of Selectmen approval. We added the agenda. I need a motion now to discuss. Thank you, Gene.
Second.
Thank you. Austin, I know Austin's here too, and Gene's here, and Stacy. Discussion. Austin, you want to give a little
Sure, so,
quick presentation?
the state of Connecticut gave ARPA funds to each senior center, and the dollar amount was based off of a number of criteria, and we received $56,000 And you can use it for a variety of things. It's an application process, so you have to tell them, you know, during the application what the project will be that you'll use their funding for. We're just waiting on that final approval. We will be replacing the floor in the cafe, the floor in the kitchen, and some walls, and moving some sinks and dishwashers around to where, in areas where it probably should have been when it was first built. Got some water seepage, and from the dishwasher produces a lot of moisture, which gets into the floor. So a hood for the dishwasher so that the moisture goes out instead of staying in. So it'd be a big project, but, you know, great that the state, you know, is helping fund it.
So between the two, Austin, between ARPA funds and the grant, and actually the locker redistribution, that should cover it?
Yes.
When
Just
just
so-
out of curiosity, when are you doing it?
So we're hoping to start in the new year.
Okay.
And it's probably, we're being told like a 2-month project. So we have plans to, you know, continue Meals on Wheels and continue to serve lunch in just a different area of the senior center without any disruption to that program, which is important.
I just wanted to comment the reason it was kind of, we wanted to open up the agenda. They told this approval is imminent. So he could actually get this thing rolling in January. We're just waiting for something from the state. In other words, we don't want to have to wait till the January meeting to get the approval, pushes the whole project out another month. So I appreciate you opening up the agenda to approve this. And then hopefully in the next couple of days, they say it was supposed to be like last Friday, and then, you know, so we're just waiting.
The other comments or discussion?
Yeah, so also, what's the total, so this is about 53 or 56,000, but what's the total projected cost for this project?
What's the?
103.
Yeah,
One of the two.
It's the line item transfer on the
The
next.
transfer plus the grant.
Okay, and just to, I was, but just to confirm, that will cover it?
Yes.
Okay.
So, any other questions, discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, abstention, that motion carries.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere yet, Austin. Discuss and take action to transfer the 46,902 from the Sierra Police Department locker room to bring the project balance to the senior center kitchen and cafe repairs, pending receiving grant award, the state and Board of Selectmen approval. You got a form of a motion. Thank you, Jean. Second. Second by Katie. Discussion, obviously, we just went through discussion, but discussion on this.
Question, why was there a surplus from the police?
Less. Project just was less.
Yeah,
Imagine that.
It's been in there a few years now, and we're finally done with the project, and it's a balance. And normally, it would be transferred back to the master CNRE fund. This kind of just circumvented that and then moving it out of there. So we were fortunate enough to just be able to apply to this project.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstention, the motion carries. Thanks, Austin.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. All right. We have the review of the financials. Stacy sent these out. We have- I don't have Fillmore here. You know.
No, that's all the questions.
You just two the same questions.
True.
Undesignated fund balance. and- Any questions with Stacy on the financials that were sent out? On the fund balance?
Yes.
You have a question? I'm gonna put this small.
I gave you a hard copy of
I
that,
know.
it's not that small.
And the south line.
Oh, wait till next month.
Oh, I know. You go up half up some.
Mr. Chair, I do have a question or a comment. OPEB, are we gonna start?
That's a discussion. It's
Yeah,
been on the
and
fund
any
balance.
proposed there's no amount here. Any proposed amount to,
So I don't know
We
how
got-
many
yeah,
meetings ago,
yeah.
I mean, we talked about different dollar amounts and what it would do, so we can certainly start the conversation again and run numbers to see what it means as far as our liability.
John, yeah, we've had discussions about starting with a lump sum and then adding to it every budget.
Right.
Something like that, so we have to revisit that, but yes,
Yep.
we, and I don't remember exactly where we were, but yes, we did start with X.
Is that a conversation that we should have during the budgeting cycle, or should we wait until after the budgeting cycle?
Definitely should have it in the budget. cycle.
Yeah, I would really appreciate doing that and really taking a
You
look
got
at it.
it.
I think being more conservative with that fund, and using that recommendation, I think
That's
is
where you-
important, given that we're seeing things costing more.
Yeah, so we've had the actuary come out before
Mhm.
to talk about what certain dollar amounts would mean to our liability as well as our future budget costs. So we can certainly set that up for January, or February within the budget, and have them come out and give you different scenarios and what it means.
Yeah, we can have it during the budget cycle and have them discuss and go through different scenarios. And for those, I mean, hopefully there's other post-employment benefits. A lot of, and this doesn't make, I know we want to be ahead of the curve, but a lot of towns are behind the eight ball on this, and they're pay as you go for just about.
It was like 50-50
I
in
think
the
it was
state,
actually,
right?
I think
It
it's
was worse. than
worse than
yeah,
that. That's something,
Arresting.
it's one of those things, so it's something we want to address. So yeah, we'll, John, answer, we'll address that during the budget.
yeah, and that number stands around 16, somewhere between 16 and 18
I believe
million.
so, yes. The liability, yes.
I think most towns have started. I think we are behind, but, knowing what it is and what we're up against, I think before we sit down and have some firm proposals, I think is
Behind
It's
on what?
critical.
I'm
It's
sorry.
the other post-employment benefits. I think towns have started, but not to really address it. They just started it.
Yeah.
Something.
I think it's time. I think it's time.
Yes.
They might establish.
They established it, they established a fund, and they put something in. I'd like to see us do something and then continually add to it every year.
Yeah.
Then
Well,
there's a
that's-
line item in the budget.
And once you establish the trust, the plan would be to fund
Right.
the
Right.
annual
Right.
required
Right.
contribution.
Whatever
So
that
we have
is.
to Be prepared to do that.
Yeah.
But we can gather all that information and bring it up again during the budget process.
And I know some plans have had provisions where employees pay part of it too, and I don't know if that's been entertained at all or.
No.
Okay.
We have not talked about
Yeah.
that. I always pay part of
Mhm.
that with other municipalities within the state.
I should say, I know
Yeah.
certain states, state of Connecticut.
Yeah, I mean, that's what, we can pull in Milliman, our actuaries, and ask, they could do as much research as you want and present to you all for, so we can make an educated
Suppose
decision.
you don't offer
Post-employment benefits
for current employees. These are all.
For old.
Retired.
That's the thing. So I could see if you have existing
Well,
staff that are gonna be eligible
To
for
me,
it.
John, would have to have been in one of the contracts that.
Oh,
goes
Yeah.
right. Oh,
Yeah.
no doubt, no doubt. It has to be negotiated. There's no doubt.
Yeah,
Collective
CBA,
bargaining
yeah,
agreement.
But there's no
But
employees.
there's no new one, right?
So
This
the
is
current
all-
employees-
right.
right, we do now.
Sir, when did that go away?
2015?
That was for the DB plan.
That was for. they did the
That
same
was
thing.
July of 13. Yeah, that was July 1st of 13 for the DB plan, but as far as the post-employment benefits, it pretty much is some Board of Ed employees and some PD
Right.
retirements, and that is it. And then the implicit rate subsidy is what's bringing up our liability right
Right.
now.
So
But
at-
there's no, but so we have active employees who will be eligible for it, right, for post-employment, but we don't have any new.
Going
employees,
forward,
right, Going
yeah.
forward.
2015 forward, there are no employees that
We're higher.
Right.
have that benefit. Okay.
I can't 100% say for the Board of Ed. We'll
Yeah.
have to get that
Other
confirmed.
topic.
I don't want to talk
Yeah.
off the cuff, but
But moving to the town side, though,
Okay, obviously that would make it very difficult to do that. What I, not proposed, but just wanted to bring up.
It's okay.
Yeah.
There's no fines for not having the exact words. Any other discussion on the financials? Okay, citizens' comments. Anybody from the public would like to speak?
No hands.
Thank you. Second time, third time, public information session is now closed. Anybody? Fillmore's not here. Motion to
So moved.
second. Motion made. and
There
seconded.
you go, you got it.
Meeting is adjourned at 7:46 PM.
Thank you, everybody.